Lights, camera, action!
Hello!
Hello.
Cooking show.
And welcome to our first cooking video. And today we are going to be doing a vegan butter masala. And I have here Nishita and Luca. So let's get started.
Why is this so hard? Oh, my finger. Okay. I can't do this.
Look at that.
That's a mashed potato. It looks like couscous.
You look like couscous. Good tomatoes to use for curry are tomatoes that are on their way out. All those ones that are just not entirely perfect. Alright, one of the reasons that we have done all of this good chopping up and preparation is because once we start this, it can be really, really fast. So we want to make sure that everything is ready to go. So are we ready? Are we ready to start cooking?
Yep.
Awesome. So the first thing that's going to go in is our coconut oil, and I'm going to use 1 tablespoon of coconut oil. Alright, and the next thing we're going to put in, do you want to help me do this, Luca? Is we're going to put half a teaspoon of cumin seeds, or
Cumin seeds.
jeera.
Yeah, okay. Cumin seeds.
So once these go in,
Can I?
we need to work really fast because these will burn. So the next thing to go in will be our onions.
Oh, can I do that?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Stirring up my food.
So once our onions are nice and soft, we're going to add our tomatoes. Nishita, do you want to put the tomatoes in?
Okay.
Carefully. I'll wiggle you across.
Okay.
Dump them all in there. Careful not to touch the pan. Oh!
Don't put the bowl. Okay, get me back.
Awesome. When the tomatoes go in, we are going to add half of our ginger and garlic paste that we've made.
Yeah.
And that goes in the same time as our tomatoes.
Well, those sort of like a
And we
second
stir.
after, so it's not the same time. I can smell a nice lemon smell now.
That's ginger.
That's ginger.
With our tomatoes, we're also going to add some cashew nuts. Now these cashew nuts have been soaking overnight. It's really important to soak the nuts that you use. You can use cashew nuts, almonds, whatever you like. I wouldn't use peanuts, but
Yeah.
cashews and almonds are good. And so we're just going to throw a handful of our soaked cashew nuts in with our tomatoes.
Are these almonds?
These are cashew nuts.
Brad, what do you use?
At this point, I'm also going to add a little bit of salt. It's going to help get some of the juices out of the tomatoes.
Oh, I like it good. I like salt a lot.
Alright, so the next thing we're going to do is pour about half a cup of water in and see how liquidy this gets. Be careful with the pan. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Keep going, keep going.
Just keep swimming, just keep
That'll do.
Awesome. Pouring, just
Thank you.
keep pouring.
So once this has been simmering for about 5 or 10 minutes, we're going to turn it off and it's going to go into the food processor. This wasn't part of the original recipe, but I find that you get a better colour if you add some tomato paste, and you can chuck it in at any time, but I'm chucking it in now.
I think it's time to go back.
Now our tomato and cashew and onion mix is in a fine paste. We're going to go to the next stage of the cooking. So we are adding more coconut oil into the pan. And this is where, if you were using butter, you would realise how much fat is actually going into a butter masala, which isn't good for you, is it?
Okay.
Is it?
Yeah.
No. Alright, so we're adding 1 more tablespoon of coconut oil.
That was really hard.
But it melts, see?
Oh.
We're adding 1 star anise. Do you want to throw that in? Be careful. It's very hot. 1 star anise. And 1 black cardamom pod. Throw in.
Black cardamom pod.
Whoa. Okay, so that needs to sit in the coconut oil. And what that is doing is flavouring the oil with those beautiful flavours. So delicious. Once that's been in for about 5 or 10 seconds, we add the rest of our onions, which I should have held back half of before.
Yeah. Okay. Bye. spicy
Careful, I might
time.
spit up a bit.
Oh, I can't look. I'm going to wash my hands.
Nice, stay where you are. So once our onion is in, we are going to add some more spices. So, we have here cumin seeds, ground.
Can I see that?
I thought you said these were human seeds.
They are, but these ones are ground.
Oh.
So we're putting half a teaspoon of those in. We're putting half a teaspoon of coriander seeds ground.
Yummy.
We are putting half a teaspoon of tumeric powder.
Looks like Mars.
Half a teaspoon of fenugreek. Delicious. Oh, let's put a little bit more for fun. We are going to put in 2 teaspoons, which seems a lot, of garam masala. And garam masala is a mixture of spices, and some people, especially in India, make their own. It's quite delicious. And we're going to throw in a few curry leaves. We're going to put in a tiny little bit of chili powder. Do you like spicy food, Luca?
Yes, I love it.
Me too.
Awesome. That goes in, and the rest of the ginger and garlic paste.
When I said pepper powder, I meant chili powder.
And we're going to stir that up.
Whoa.
How is
Before,
Star still there?
what did we put in the microwave, Luca?
Potato.
We put potatoes in the microwave. So what we're going to do is we're going to throw our potatoes in. They're already out of the microwave.
What?
Oh.
They're here.
What? Where? Oh,
So,
I'm blind.
Luca, would you like to put the potatoes in? Be very careful not to touch the pan. And just tip those
Especially
in.
when it's heavy.
Nice. And we're going to stir them up. And then, Nishita, we're going to pour this in, which is our tomato and cashew nut paste. Ready? Ooh. Awesome.
Okay.
Scrape it out.
That was crazy. It looked like nearly could go on my face.
Alrighty. Now, after this is simmered for about 5 minutes, we're going to add our coconut cream. A lot of these spices you can get from Coles and Woolworths, but some of the more unusual ones you'll have to go to an Indian spice shop. Okay, so this is simmered now for about 5 minutes, and we're going to add some coconut cream.
Does it?
Ooh, yum.
Oh my
We'll just put a little bit in.
Burning.
Put a little bit
What
in.
is that? Is that supposed to happen?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we'll stir it in. Yum.
Why is that so blobby?
The last thing that we're going to put in is the lentils and the chickpeas. You can put as many of them in as you like. I'm
Let's
only
put the
going
whole
to
bowl.
do a couple of spoons of
I was
lentils.
gonna say do
Because we don't want it to be too full on. And
2 spoons. It's not a couple.
3 or 4 spoonfuls of the drained chickpeas.
Now stir
And
it
some
around.
capsicum.
Nearly all.
And we're going to stir that up.
Taste test time.
Taste test time, exactly.
I'm gonna eat for my dinner. Smells like my dream come true.
So before we eat it, it's always nice to sprinkle a little bit of fresh coriander. Would you like some coriander?
Mmm. It's delicious.
Hot. Oh, it's burning my mouth off. Just pretend we're the judges of this food. It's delicious.
10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. I just want to save it for my dinner.
Even made by itself is delicious.
Yeah. Even if like the food tastes this, it would like go want it all.
Hey, dog. Can I take some home?